singing, we will rock you.
Downshift 83 here, and today, I looked at the videos that I have up on YouTube, and I noticed something. The people that watch my videos seem to be looking towards like pointers and tips. Like, I've got more views for my counterbalancing and downshifting than I do almost anything else. So today I'm going to talk about wheelie tips. Now I'm learning wheelies myself, so I thought it might be helpful to share some pointers that I might have for you. Now, before you do anything, you want to be sure that you've got a clear open road or a parking lot or something that you're able to do these wheelies in without hurting anybody or causing any damage to anything. I've chosen this road, which I used to do a high-speed run in a couple other videos ago, but basically I started doing wheelies or I started trying to do wheelies about a month ago, and just recently I've been getting better at them. I'm going to add a video in the link description over there that helped me out to start wheelies up. It basically was an instructional by I think it was MCN motorcycle something or another. It's like a British or European kind of channel on YouTube, but I'll have that on this description over there on the right. But what you want to do is you want to always start off slow. I was starting off with letting it hit about 9,000 RPMs, and then I'd pop the clutch. Now for this bike, I'm on a 2008 ZX6R, and it's been discussed on the forums that you cannot do power wheelies depending on, I don't know, weight, size, height, stuff like that. But most people cannot do power wheelies, like just wide open throttle. It's almost impossible for most of the people on this bike. And I've tried it myself, and I can't do it just on power alone. So I've had to learn how to clutch it up, which honestly is less scary than wide open throttle, because it's more controllable. You can just let go of the throttle and you come back down. While on the other one, you're already doing 85 miles an hour at the top of your first gear. So for this one, it's a little bit easier. I've learned recently that I can pop it at about 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs, and that's with almost wide open throttle. You have to kind of balance your throttle and your clutch to be able to pull wheelies off. You want to make sure that your tires are warm so they grip. Just little stuff like that. But in this case, let's see if I can do it. I haven't practiced at all for a while. Warm up the tires a little bit. But I'm in first gear. It's quite simple. I'm going to start off slow. I'm going to have my brake covered by my foot, just in case I go too high or go 12 o'clock. Then I'm going to want to set it back down. And let's give it a shot. Just something simple to start. You don't want to go too high, too fast, too far. I don't think I broke 30 miles an hour on that. But what you're gonna do is, once you get to your power band range, you're gonna kind of bleep the clutch. It looks kind of like this. Kind of like that. And it's gonna feel weird at first, and you're gonna get the balls in your stomach feeling, the first time you do it, high enough at least, to get a good feeling for it. It's a lot of play with the clutch hand and your clutch hand. I don't know what I just said. Throttle hand and your clutch hand. It's a lot of play. So let's try it again. That didn't look good. That was a little better. I popped that at 5,000 RPMs. Now I found that you need to hit your balance point pretty quick for you to be able to hold a good wheelie. And I found that my balance point on this bike is 6,000 RPMs at a pop, at almost wide open throttle. Now when I first learned it, I was doing like 2/3 throttle up to 9,000 RPMs and then popping the clutch. I didn't like that because I was going too fast. And I wanted to be able to do it, you know, fairly quickly from like a dead stop. So what you want to do is be able to learn your bike, learn your RPMs. You want to be extremely comfortable with your bike before you want to be extremely comfortable with your bike before you attempt to do anything like this. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going about 18 miles an hour at 3,500 RPMs, and I'm going to bring it to 6 and pop the clutch. Oh. That's why you got to have warmed up tires. My tire just spun on it. You got to have warm tires. Alright, let's try it again. And just to continually practice, just slow down and do it all over again. Now, some people think that you need to be an experienced rider to do this kind of stuff. I've been riding since April, and it's what, August something? So April, May, June, July, August. That's 4 months that I've only been riding, ever. And I'm already doing wheelies, endos, dragging knee, well, almost. It's coming close. You just want to be able to know your bike. You have to know your limits. And basically just be safe when you're doing it. Like I'm not doing this out in town. That'd be suicide here in Italy. Okay, let's try another one. But it's all about practice. It's about finding that balancing point. Like I said earlier, your balance point, you know, when you're standing up, it's going to be something like this. But like when you're going, you know, it depends on where you're at and how fast you're going. But you'll be able to feel the balance point. Your pure balance point is when you're able to let go of the throttle completely and you'll just stay there. And it's a lot of feeling for that kind of situation. People are also worried about the clutch and stuff like that when you're doing these wheelies. I'm telling you, stunners use the stock clutch and they can still get 12,000 miles out of their bike, and they do hundreds of wheelies a day. So I mean, you don't really need to worry too much about your clutch, especially on the ZX6R where we have a slipper clutch stock. You know, it's a great clutch to use. Another worry is forks. As long as you don't come down seriously hard, you shouldn't worry about your fork too much, because you'll be pulling away, so you're still accelerating through your wheelie to where you can just land fairly soft. But you always want to cover the brake. Make sure that you pump it and it's working. All right, here we go. See, what I did there was I came up a little bit too quick for my comfort, so I just shut off the throttle and I came down. That fucking hurt.